Let's talk about the Ganj. There's a passage where you get bongoed with a righteous puff, actually 2 puffs of quite powerful marijuana. It was the second time you tried it, and actually it kind of flipped you out big time, didn't it?
Yeah, so the first intake was fine. I coughed and it didn't affect me, but the second time I inhaled it, I felt like it went into my body. And in that moment, I just like disconnected from my body, from the world outside. And it's really hard to describe and like relive that moment. But in some ways, I thought I was reliving the attack, even though I do not remember anything from that day. But I could feel like I was seeing the gunmen. I felt like I was not able to reconnect with the world. I thought I was in that coma, and somehow I just wanted it to disappear. I wanted to go back in time, and I wanted to feel normal again. But that was, a new shift in my life. And it took me a long time to recover from that because, after that I was having sleepless nights and sweating all the time, and I could not concentrate on my studies. It hugely affected me, like physically as well. It affected my work as well. And that's when I knew that I have to get some help and support. So
It was how long? It was like it wasn't even a few hours, it was several days, was it?
Yeah, the night was very difficult, but it went on for a few days.
Even after you weren't high anymore, you were just feeling anxious.
Yes. Like I could not sleep anymore. I just, the moment I would close my eyes, I felt like, everything was coming back all of a sudden. Then I think, when I went back to college and I was in my third year, I knew that it was now affecting my academic life as well. And I could not even have a normal time with my friends. I was so grateful that I suddenly had these amazing friends, and I loved being in their company. We could gossip about something. We could talk about essay crisis. And all of a sudden, that was gone. And I was having these panic attacks now and then. So, like one day when I told a friend of mine that, I was not feeling like myself, she recommended me this therapist. And that
helped.
That helped. In the beginning, I was very skeptical because I thought, what could they do? But then I thought, okay, maybe if they're supposed to help me, then they should have all the answers and they should immediately fix me in one meeting. But I realized that it is a process, and they help you talk through it, think through it. They give you these different models to just understand it and separate emotions from thoughts, from actions, from your feelings. And I was, and I really appreciated that because it helped me think differently. And it's not that, the mental health journey is now over and I have figured it all out. For me, it's about the fact that I know what I need to do, and that is ask for help.
Was there anything in particular that helped you with the therapist? Like any piece of advice or?
I think it was firstly just talking through things. I think this whole idea of having a window of tolerance that is different for everybody and that could be different at every stage of our life was very important. I thought that I had faced the worst that I could, and I had come out of such big trauma and attack, and living under the Taliban, which we talked through. Like, that was a very difficult time. I never knew that something so small could trigger me or could make me feel scared for a moment. Like, I could not even look at headlines about people getting killed, or I could not, look at an object like a knife, and somehow, like, I would start shaking, and I would just get scared. So for me, it was this realization that somehow I was not meeting up the labels that I was receiving, like the courageous Malala, the brave Malala. She knows it all and she's so strong. She stood up to the Taliban, and somehow now she's scared of these small things. So she told me, the therapist, that it's a window of tolerance, and it could get smaller and it can get bigger with time. And right now,
what does that mean, window of tolerance?
That, we all can take in so much.
Oh.
I know the therapists make it more technical, but it's simply like we can only take so much at a point in life. And for me, that was a very difficult time because firstly, I was in my final year of university. I had a lot of academic work to catch up on. I was going through, these panic attacks. I also was dating a guy Asar, and I thought I had to make a big decision about whether to marry him or not. And that topic was on my mind. And I was also just worried about what life would be like ahead of university. What should I be doing? What am I expected to do? What does it mean for an activist who has received all of these awards and has given this role already to do when she finishes her college? And I think in that moment, it was the intensity of all of these thoughts that were coming all together. And I think in her opinion, it was just too much for me to carry. So she said, like, yes, and now that you had the bong incident and this whole flashbacks, everything coming back, it's making it more difficult for you. It's okay to feel weak and vulnerable in this moment. And don't feel like you have somehow failed. Like, it will get better with time. And she gave me like these different techniques, taking deep breaths in and then slowly breathing out, or having quiet times, and all of these things that, the different things that a therapist can give you. And that helped me a lot.